Perfect. We are recording because you know what? When times are really good, we don't need to be motivated, do we? We really don't need to be motivated. We've already got everything going on. It's like, I don't need to worry about everything. I'm booked out for 2 months or 2 weeks or 2 years, whatever it is. Like, it's so exciting and the weather is beautiful. And I'm here to just be your sister in support and share with you some really great things, whether it's a good day or a bad day. We all need to get motivated. So I just wanted to bring some great points for everyone to remember, whether it's good or bad or just kind of meh, right? A few months ago, Jeff actually called and said, things aren't so great. We need a little bit of your sunshine. We need a little bit of motivation. And so I came up with this topic, and we actually spoke about it at the, I want to say Snow King chapter, right? Yeah, the Snow King chapter. So this is a little bit of a repeat. So for anybody who was there, here's a wonderful reminder. And for those who were not there, here we go. But let's talk about getting inspired and increasing your revenues. Now, right now, we're in July of 2021. Half the year is done. We have half the year to go. How are you doing with your goals? Are you on track to do what you wanted to do this year? Are you expecting to meet or exceed your numbers this year? If so, fantastic. But what are some of the things that might be getting in your way? Well, one of which is an employee shortage. For some people, they're calling us at Rockstar Marketing saying, help, help. I need to hire more technicians. I need to hire more service advisors. I need more help. We are booked out. Help. So we've been doing a lot of stuff on Facebook, job listings, and posting job listings on all the social media channels. But what's really interesting, everybody, is that some shops have no problems attracting really great talent, and other shops are. So what's going on? Is it a mindset thing? Is it a qualification thing? Because, we don't hire dumb people. We never hire dumb people, ever. But the systems and processes, or maybe the toxic politics that are going on within an organization, can create outcomes that we don't want. So today's discussion is going to be talking about the idea of lack versus abundance and the law of attraction. So let's start with that. When we look at logic, there is either or. We're doing a lot of either or. The headlights are not working. It could either be this or it could either be that, right? If something is a challenge, I have this amount of limited money and I need to hire this amount of people. I can either have this type of person or I can have this type of person, right? So we're familiar as logical people with either or. But or is a sense of lack. It's a sense of scarcity. On the other end of things, there's the and. I can have this and that. I can have apples and tomatoes. I can have Kukui and Rockstar Marketing. I can have a membership with ASA Northwest and Milwaukee, which is, in my case, I love them both, right? So the thing is that if we want to attract more, we need to think about the word and versus the word or. And let's talk about it in physics just a little bit. I am not a physicist, so I am not going to pretend that I am a physics professor, but I do know a few things about physics. I know that when looking at the atoms and studying all of the things that make us whole, that we're all made of atoms, right? And there's quantum physics. They're doing some amazing things in quantum physics. And the more they study the composition of an atom, they're realizing that there are certain aspects of atoms that are too delicate to actually identify. So when they identified the Higgs boson, they made a lot of assumptions of this is going on, and so is this. So when it gets to the real finite levels of physics, they recognize that atoms and particles of atoms can be everywhere. So what does this mean? Okay, well, let's put it in a very simplified way. Does a whale or does a fish recognize that they are in water? They're just in their environment, yes? So they don't recognize that they're in water. They're just in their natural environment. We don't recognize that we're in air. We're just in air. We just breathe it. It's around us. But think of, if you take a box, if you take an empty box, I don't have an empty box right now, but if you take an empty box and you put a lid on it, you could say that that box is full of nothing. But that's not necessarily true. It's full of molecules, oxygen, hydrogen, if it has some carbon dioxide in it, there's different molecules. There's also waves of different things going through that box, right? There's light waves, UV waves, sound waves, perhaps, gamma rays, all kinds of things. So we are surrounded by energy that we can't necessarily see. And the cool thing about physics is the more that they study, the less we can rely on our senses to prove that something's going on. They have to rely on different equipment and mathematics and different ideas that they're operating a lot of times in areas that they just can't see. And as human beings, we're so much more comfortable to believing in what we can see, right? Oh, this technician is not performing well. It must be because of X, Y, and Z. But until we talk with them and find out what's going on with them, we might find that they have challenges at home, or that the shop politics is demotivating them, or that the processes are failing them because they're not well thought out and well spelled out. Our customers may not be coming to us because there's bickering going on in the back office and they can feel that negative energy. So where I'm going with this is you can't always count on seeing everything. Here's an example. In music, if you want to tune a guitar or tune a piano, you have a tuning fork, right? Ding, you hit it, ding. Now, if it's at the frequency of C, and you have other tuning forks that are at different frequencies, only that C is going to resonate, ding, right? But if you're in a room with more tuning forks, and there are multiple tuning forks that are in the key of C, you hit that tuning fork and it resonates, and guess what? All of the other all of the other tuning forks at the same frequency are going to ring in unison with that C. It's miraculous. Go on YouTube, look at that experiment. It's really mesmerizing. So what does this mean? Well, we all put out energy, and we all attract what it is that we are thinking of. And that's why I talked about physics first, because physics proves that there's all kinds of things that happen without us knowing it. And the law of attraction is real. If you believe that you are going to hit your next million at the end of this year, chances are very high that you will indeed meet that goal, because you are doing everything in your power to attract that next $1 million of revenue in your shop. Yes? If you believe that you are going to attract the most amazing talent to your organization because you have a beautiful company culture, you pay well, you feed them, you have a great time as an organization, you have a wonderful team that loves and lifts each other up and supports each other, you are going to attract similar team members. But if you think that you're going to once again find a lube tech that doesn't know what he or she is doing, guess what? You're going to manifest that. How many times have we thought that something was going to go wrong and it did? Careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for. Now, what I want to give you as homework, and I'm going to do more stuff, don't worry, but I want to just have you guys take notes. I want you to write down, take a day, and I want you to write down every time that you said something negative. Just do hash marks. How's the weather today? Oh, it's crap. That's a hash mark. Hey, what happened to you today? Oh God, I got stuck in traffic. Hash mark. I want you to start tracking how many times you say something negative. I also want you to hashtag, hash mark every single time you say something positive. Brenda, how's the weather? The weather's beautiful. Hash mark. How's your knee? Is it feeling better? Yes, it's feeling great. Hash mark. I want you to truly take true awareness, not just like blow this off. I'm not kidding. I really want you to do this as a one day exercise. Just test yourself. How many times do you say something negative? How many times do you say something positive? And then at the end of that day, I want you to count it up. Oh my gosh, I said 20 things negative and I only said 8 things positive. Do you know what that means? The more you dwell on the negative, the more negative things are going to be attracted to you. It's just like that tuning fork. Ding. Even in the Bible, they say that the word, the word is made flesh. When you say it, it's so powerful, then it becomes what you say it is. So be careful what you say and truly see how you can find the good in every situation. Even if you have a torn meniscus and you might need to go into surgery, what are the positives that can come out of this? I'll be pain-free. I'll be able to be more energized. I'm going to heal. I'm going to be able to walk long distances again. There are so many good things that come out of bad situations. Look at this pandemic. Look at how this industry rose to the challenge, pivoted on a dime, did what we could to adjust to what was going on in the marketplace. We called our clients, we checked in to see how they were doing. We started doing concierge style services, and guess what? It's here to stay. We started doing teleconferencing. It became the normal thing. I, in Monterey, California, can crash your parties in beautiful Washington State. Well, almost all of them, except for the in-person golf tournament. Sorry, I'll be there in spirit though. But my point is that beautiful things have come out of this challenge. So what beautiful things can you create today? All right. Point number 2, using the give to get principle to build relationships, reciprocity, and raving fans. Now, this isn't necessarily a book plug, but I did kind of write the book on it. The Give to Get Principle. It's an Amazon bestseller. Hello. And if you want to get it on Audible, you can, or Kindle, whatever. Oh, that's right. I promised somebody I would do an Audible version before the end of the year. I better get started on that. But you can read it online. You can read it in paperback. And here's the deal. I have discovered that a lot of shops in this wonderful country, they do some wonderful things to build community around their brand. Whether it is giving away a rose to every client on the Friday before Mother's Day, or doing a customer appreciation barbecue once a year, or just remembering that someone went on vacation and asking them how their vacation was, and greeting people with a smile. There's all kinds of things that you can do to build community around your brand. And you know what? It's summertime. And I know a lot of shops are really loving the glory of being so busy and so booked out. But guess what? We're going to have some slow periods. And we know when those slow periods are coming. They typically start slowing down around August, September for a lot of businesses. Yes? Am I wrong? Yeah. We've also got times that things start slowing down around January, February. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Here's my suggestion for you. When times are slow, throw a party. Yeah, you heard me. People love food. When you feed them, they will come. And bonus points, especially if you have something to do around safety, driving safety, school safety, pedestrian safety, anything around safety, why don't you invite the police department and the fire department to come to your shop and join in on the fun? Kids and families love to climb all around the fire truck. It's a great community offering for everyone to get to know Officer Friendly, right? And bonus points if they let you get in there and do all the sirens and bells and whistles. Why not have a party where you gather the community around you? Yeah, it's slow, but guess what? Everyone is going to remember the way you made them feel. And that's the beauty about building community, because when you build community, you build raving fans. When people know and love you and they think of you as more than just their auto mechanic, but you're a friend that takes really great care of them and their family, they're going to tell the world about you. Yeah. So throw in parties. And I love it here in the chat. Everyone's like, party, that's awesome. Love the party with the fire truck idea. You bet. Feed them and they will come. Right? Why not have a cruise in? Why not have a car show in your parking lot? And if you don't have a big enough parking lot, do a parade. Why not? Why not? Right? You're going to make memories. You're going to create raving fans. And guess what? You're employing reciprocity. When you give and you give with love, you're going to get so much abundance back. Stop worrying about the competition, folks. Stop worrying about the competition. Be your own beautiful, unique self and show that love. You know what? I know a shop in Missouri. Their goal is to be the most beloved auto repair shop in the entire state. Now, which would you rather be? Would you rather be known as the best? Or would you rather be known as the most beloved? I personally would choose to be the most beloved. Because yeah, people can be the best, but being the best can be a temporary thing. The best of what? Okay, you were voted the best of this year, but somebody else could beat you. But if you're the most beloved, that's when it's really sticky. It resonates with people. It gives good, warm memories. So go for being the most beloved shop in your area, and you are going to build raving fans. And if you want to know how to do it, shameless plug, look me up, Jennifer Filzen on Amazon. Okay. Now inside this book, I talk about playing to your strengths and your superpowers. Okay. I really want to talk about this, and I want you to take notes, because this is going to come into play when you are looking to add more technicians to your team. Okay. It's no surprise we have a shortage of really great, talented people. You might need to start thinking about growing your own talent. Yeah, I said it. Grow your own talent if there's a shortage. There's so much abundance out there. There are so many people that should indeed get into this industry. Have you overlooked some of the single moms that would be ideal for your business? Hello? Single moms can do really great things for their families in the role of service advisor, in the role of technician. I mean, come on. As in the role of owner, how many female owners do you see? Why not have more female owners? Guess what, gentlemen? And I love you when I say this. If you want to sell your business, wouldn't you rather open it up to like all of the population versus half the population? right? And the ladies that I know that are auto shop owners, oh, they're badasses. Yes. So think about the people that are overlooked. Also, too, I mean, gosh, what I want to talk about is right now is what are the superpowers and strengths of your own team? And how do you highlight them so you can attract new ones? So here's where I'm going. All right. In my Rockstar squad, I have Chris, Renee, Mercedes, Sitlali, Melody, and Leonard, and me. So there's 7 of us, right? In our employee contact list, we have our phone numbers and how to contact each other, but we also have listed our superpower. Yeah, you heard me. We have listed our superpower. So everyone knows what their superpower is. And that whenever somebody has an issue, like for example, Leonard is helping me with standard operating procedures. I know that I need to get it done, but I just don't have that logical mind that can endlessly go bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. I'm more of a creative mind, and I tend to be more around this way. I'm not straight line. So I knew that Leonard's superpower, because he has an engineering background and he's that kind of guy, that he would resonate with SOPs. So he's doing it for me. And guess what? He's doing a better job than I would. And I am so grateful for him doing that. Chris is now in charge of our writing division. And I still, am mentoring. I'm still very active. I'm still writing. But as you all know, we have to learn to delegate in our business if we're going to still have a life outside of business, right? And as business owners, we are A-type personalities, and our work-life balance tends to get unbalanced. Yes? Yes. So it's important to delegate. And I have discovered that Chris is really good at nurturing. Oh my God, he's so exceptional. He's like a father hen, or I say mother. I don't want to emasculate the guy. He's very much a dude. But the point is he's very much like he shepherds his flock, and he loves to teach and to nourish and uplift. And so that's his genius. And so when he says to me, Jen, I have an idea for a class on how to make the SEO content even better, I'm like, yes, Chris, go for it. So I want you to apply this. Oh yeah, and I can go on about my other squad members. They're amazing. Every single person has an amazing talent and skill, and we highlight and celebrate those superpowers. So the first thing is identify the superpowers of your team. What do they have that they are amazing at? Do you celebrate them for that? Do you brag about that quality to not only your team, but to your customers? I've got the best service advisors. They are so amazing. They care so much. I have the best technicians. Oh my gosh, my technicians are better than anybody else. I have the best team ever. How much do you brag about your team? I'll tell you what, when they know that they're loved and cared for and that you're proud of them, they help you recruit new team members. So I invite you to go back to that little exercise that I gave you earlier. How many times do you say something positive? And how many times do you say something negative? How often do you celebrate and say something positive about your team? That actually might be an indicator of why you might be having a little bit of a challenge finding really good people. So just think about it. If you were to come to my house here in Monterey right now, and if you were to look at my gratitude journal that I write in every single night, you will see that I'm always saying, I have the best team. I love my team. I also, Carl, you'll love hearing this. I love Kukui. Kukui's the best. I love working with them as a partner. I'm serious. I'm not just blowing up your skirt. I'm always practicing gratitude and appreciation because that's what I want to attract. So know the strengths of your team members and celebrate those strengths, and then take videos and write about those strengths and celebrate that and incorporate that into your recruiting stuff, because that's going to attract new talent to your business. And here's a little pro tip. That party that I mentioned that you're going to throw when things are slow, use that as a recruiting tool for new people. Have all of your teammates be on board for that party and invite the community and let them show off how awesome it is to work for you. Let them show off the awesome equipment that they get to do, the really cool cars that they get to work on. Let them be the recruiters for your next talented candidates. Parties are good. Okay. And then the last thing I want to talk about is how marketing positively affects your business and your life. Marketing is everywhere. It's like the air we breathe. It's like the water that we bathe in and swim in and drink. Marketing is everywhere. Let's just say, for example, you're a young person or an older, more mature person who wants to attract a mate. When you are wanting to attract a mate, you probably pay attention to how your hair looks and how you're dressed and what kind of car you drive and how much money you make and how much of a nice person you are, right? That's marketing. So we have marketing in every single thing that we do, right? And it really affects life, right? Like, okay, let's see here. When I call a shop, it doesn't matter if it's an auto repair shop or if it's to get my hair cut or if it's to go to a restaurant or I want to buy something like a book or a new shirt or something. Everything about that shop that I'm attracted to them through 100% of their marketing, from how their sign looks to how clean the shop is, to how everything is displayed, right? Is it clean? Is it nice? Is it appealing? Does it have a coffee? Like if I go into your shop, do you have a little Keurig coffee? Now that things are opening up, I recognize that, we've had to deal with COVID for a while, but like when things are opening up, are you greeting me with a smile? Are you answering the phone with a smile? Believe it or not, I can tell when you're smiling on the phone. I can hear it in your voice. Can't you hear it in my voice? Versus, can't you hear it in my voice? Right? How are you guys answering the phone? How are you greeting people? How are you making them feel? They may not remember 100% of what you said, but they remember how you made them feel. Right? What are you doing? What is your team doing to make people feel like $1 million? Did they show that they cared? Did they say, hey, you know what? I know you're busy, but I've got these digital visual inspections to show you exactly what's going on with your car. Let me text them to you so you can see exactly what it is that I'm trying to tell you. And your safety means so much to me that I'm doing this extra bit of information for you so you can make intelligent decisions and you can be a little bit safer and your car will last longer, because I know how expensive new cars are and I know how expensive used cars are. So let's take really good care of you and your car so you can save some money in the long run and you can go off and do what you need to do. That vacation, your car's going to be ready for it. And they're going to go, wow, they really care about me. Yeah. So to wrap everything up in a little bow, I want you to really pay attention to all the negative things that you say in one day versus all of the positive things you say one day. Okay. And if you want to make a daily practice of that and see how much progress you're making, I think that would be bonus. Every single day, at the end of the day, I go into my bedroom on the other side of this wall and I write in my appreciation journal, my gratitude journal. And here's what I write. And I truly encourage you to do the same thing in your own, modify it the way you need. Here's what I do. I write down 5 things that I appreciate that happened that day. It could be mundane. I I had gum surgery recently, so I've been on liquid diet pretty much. And I had my first salad the other day, and it felt so good. And I wrote, "It's so nice to be able to eat solid food again." It doesn't have to be like I hit all my goals. Something small. And oftentimes, I really do write down. I have the best squad. I love my squad. They are amazing. I love my husband. I love it when my husband takes me out dancing. I love living in Monterey. It's so beautiful here. I so appreciate our community. It's a beautiful, glorious day in July. I love how beautiful the sun shone today. It doesn't have to be big stuff. Just write down 5 things that you can appreciate that day. The next thing that I write down are money miracles. Did I have any money miracles at all happen to me? I write it down and I make a daily practice to find a money miracle. I got a penny today. I found a lucky penny on the sidewalk. I'm so excited. And no joke, I got an email earlier. I saw it briefly. It blipped across my screen and I haven't been able to dive in. But a client of mine who had some financial hardship wrote me the check in full today. It's on its way to me. That's a money miracle. Or I was able to assist somebody today. They wanted me to write the content for an email for their Breaks for Breast campaign that they're going to start in October. And because I know that they are giving back to the community and that they are helping with finding a vaccine for breast cancer, I donated my time to write that email. No big deal. Because I know it was in the spirit of helping others, just like they're doing. That's a money miracle that I wrote down last night. I gave because I cared. And then the other thing that I write in my gratitude journal, my appreciation journal, is what do I want to do next? And I write a statement of what do I want to accomplish next. It keeps me taking baby steps forward toward my goals so I can move that ball to the end zone and score. Yep. So there's your homework. Write down all the bad things you say, write down all the good things you say every day. Hopefully you're seeing more good things than bad things. That's the law of attraction. Write in your gratitude journal or your appreciation journal. I actually call it my appreciation journal. That is my preferred way of calling it because gratitude still has a little bit of negativity in it. But when I'm appreciating, it's 100% love. 5 things that you appreciate, money miracles, and what do I want to do next? Celebrate your team. Totally celebrate the fact that everybody has a superpower and play to their strengths. Remember that marketing is in every single thing that you do. And I promise you, everybody, good times, bad times, you're going to be amazing. I love you.
Well, thanks, Jennifer. You always give such great advice. Thank you so much. So I want to thank everyone for being on today. And Adam, we look forward to having you in a couple weeks.
I hope to have her book read by then. You sold me. You sold me. I'm in. That was awesome.
I have to go get her book.
Yeah,
Available on Amazon. Thank you guys. I love you so much. Really.
Well, thanks everyone and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody. Love you.
See ya.
Go kick some butt.